I'm going to check is my seat belt. I'm going to check my seat belt to make sure it's properly mounted and secured. There's no frays, no rips, no tears. Also make sure it latches properly and adjusts to me. Now I'm going to check my emergency equipment. I'm checking my fire extinguisher. Make sure my fire extinguisher is properly mounted, secure, and it's fully charged. In my side box, I have 3 red reflector triangles and spare fuses. Now I'm going to conduct a safe start. I'm going to make sure it's in neutral, make sure my brakes are engaged, and start my engine. I noticed when I started my engine, my ABS light went on and off, let me know it's working correctly. Also, my DF tank indicator is working properly and it's full. Now I'm going to check the rest of my indicators. Checking my left turn signal, checking my right turn signal, checking my 4-way flashers, checking my high beam indicators are all working. Now I'm going to check my gauges. I'm checking my volt gauge. It's between 12 and 14 volts. Let me know that my alternator is charging my battery and the indicator light has went off. I'm checking my oil pressure gauge to make sure that it is working properly and it's at right pressure and my indicator light has went off. I'm checking my temperature gauge to make sure my temperature is rising to proper temperature and the warning indicator has went off. I'm checking my primary and secondary air gauges to make sure they're between 120 and 140 and also that my governor has shut off. Now I'm checking my electrical horn. Don't work. Checking my air horn. Okay. Now I'm gonna sit back. I'm checking my side mirrors, making sure my side mirrors are clean, and I can adjust them from the inside. Checking my windshield to make sure my windshield is clean. There's no illegal stickers, no obstructions, no damage to my glass. Now I'm checking my windshield wiper blade and arms to make sure they're properly mounted and secured. There's no damage. I'm going to make sure they operate smoothly and have washer fluid. We don't have none, of course. Now I'm checking my heater and defroster. Here's my heater. And my defroster is working properly. Okay, at this time, I'm going to do an air brake test. I'm going to turn off my engine. Being that this is an electrical vehicle, I'm going to put my key in the on position where I can read my gauges. Okay, now I'm going to release all my brakes. After my brake stabilizes, I'm going to apply my submerge brake. I should not lose 4 psi in 1 minute. Would you time me, sir? It's going to say yes. What we're waiting for is the air to stabilize. So as soon as it stops hissing and the needle stop moving, then you tell the examiner, start timing me when you push the brake down. There it is. Start timing, please. Boom. All the way down. He's timing you. A whole minute, guys, until you hear these words. Your minute's up. Okay? I did not lose 4 psi in 1 minute. Now I'm going to check my low warning light, my low buzzer indicator and light. So I'm going to fan my brakes. When my psi reaches 60, the light and buzzer should come on. Okay. Now I'm going to continue fanning my brakes. When my psi reaches 20 to 45, my emergency valves will pop out. I'm looking at the valve. Okay, now I'm going to do another safe start. Make sure my truck's in neutral, my brakes just popped out, I'm going to start my engine. At this time, I'm going to chock my wheels. Now I'm going to assist my air compressor by revving my engine up to 1,000 RPMs. When my PSI reaches 120 to 140, the air governor should shut off. There it is right there, 1,000. To 100, roll your window down so you can hear the steam.
So you wait until 120.
Okay, now I'm going to perform a parking brake check. I'm going to release my trailer brake, pull against my parking brake to make sure they hold. Put your foot on the brake, push that button down to D. Okay, now I'm in driving stuff. Okay. Now I'm going to check my trailer brake. I'm going to release my parking brake and pull against my trailer brakes to make sure my trailer brakes hold. Now I'm going to perform a service brake check. Service brake check. I'm going to release all my brakes, pull forward at 5 miles an hour, hold my steering wheel lightly, apply my service brake to ensure the truck and trailer is not moved left or right. Secure the truck. That completes my pre-trip. Okay.